Hello everyone, we are going to be doing an 8 heat run, and I just basically want to show you what a typical 8 heat, what the fuck, all these weapons are like bugging out. Can you see that shit? But yeah, so I'm trying to show you what a typical 8 heat run looks like. It's not going to be that difficult, but this is just for newer players who are just getting started with their heat levels. So yeah, let me quickly show you what we're going to be using for this. I like to have extreme measures on because it makes the bosses a bit more fun. Without extreme measures, they're really boring, and it's just free heat levels anyway. Because if I take extreme measures off, we're gonna have to put on maybe like more damage or less healing or something like that. I'd rather just have the bosses be a little bit harder. It's just more fun that way. We have damage control on. I'm gonna be using the spear, so that's not a big deal at all. If you're using a weapon like the bow, damage control can be very annoying, and you might want to consider removing it for something else. But every other weapon attacks fast enough to where damage control won't affect you at all. On a high heat run, we'll be having both of these on at the same time, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, forced overtime is very annoying. If you don't want to deal with faster enemies, then just put 3 points into the first three options like that. You'll take more damage, you'll get less healing, and things will cost more. This is the main one I don't like. I don't like things costing 40% more. If you like going to the shops, then just take calisthenics program. It'll give enemies a bit more HP. But yeah, I'd rather just deal with faster enemies. I don't really want to stack up debuffs and all that stuff right now. Faster enemies is fine, just because I'm more used to them anyway from playing at higher heat levels. But yeah, you don't want to turn this up too high, because when enemies get faster, they attack faster, they move faster, everything can get shambolic if you're not paying attention. You don't want to put on forced overtime unless you're experienced with the game. Alright, for keepsakes, I don't normally take any of these Olympian God keepsakes because you can have any build and it'll work pretty decently. Normally I use the Lambert Plume just to stack up dodge chance as much as I can during the entire run. If you don't have this, then go for it. Choose maybe like the Zeus boon or whatever you like. The Cosmic Egg is very good if you have it. It'll make whatever Chaos boon you get at the start of the game much stronger. This is what I used to start off with when I was starting my runs before, but now I just go for the Lambert Plume because it's all upgraded, and I like to stack as much dodge chance as I can throughout the entire run. I'll have this on the entire run basically. Actually, you know what? Just to show you guys what a typical run may look like, let's actually use other keepsakes. So let's start with the Cosmic Egg. I would recommend starting with the Cosmic Egg because getting a strong Chaos boon is vital for a good run. And I'll go into more detail about what we're looking for. Alright, so let's just start this run. That's enough of the fucking intro. Let's just start this shit. Okay. So I normally also play with a timer, but I want to be able to actually talk about my decisions without any time pressure. So I'm just gonna turn that off for now. So it means I'll be able to take my time explaining stuff. Okay, so we started off with Athena. Athena can vary. It depends on how hard you want to go with her build. Because Deflect is a strong ability, but it's not as strong as anything else. It's not as strong as the other options we have available to us. The Deflect Dash is pretty much the best boon Athena can offer you. It's probably the best dash in the game, to be honest. Just being able to deflect stuff by just dodging is so strong. I wouldn't take the attack or special because they're only common rarity anyway. They're not gonna give it a high enough bonus to be worth it. So we definitely take this dash here. If the special was epic or the attack was epic, I might take one of those over the divine dash. But you cannot go wrong with the deflect dash. It's the most powerful deflect ability. And I'll show you what I mean. You'll be able to just deflect by just running around. Yeah, I just need to get used to like low level enemies again. Because it really does just drastically change how you play the game. I was expecting that enemy to not get staggered, so I was like dodging as well. So for this run, I'm probably gonna try to just use my special as much as I can. Just stay as far back from the enemies as I can. Just spamming special like this. It goes through enemies, gives you backstab on the way back as well. And yeah, during your runs, you want to pay attention to the area around you. Make sure there's no gold urns like the ones we smashed in this right corner earlier. Or in this left corner, actually. You want to be looking out for treasure troves, any chaos gates, Erebus gates, all of that stuff. You'll notice that I'm not using my cast a lot, just because I don't need to. The cast is good for extra damage, because it gives you extra damage if you have the upgrades in the Mirror of Nyx. We have a key and a Shadow Essence room. We're probably just going to go for the Shadow Essence here. Just put 5 HP. It's alright, why not just take it, right? I don't really normally go for keys at all. If I have any other option other than a key, I'll probably take the other option. Like gemstones give gold, nectar gives palm upgrades, all of that stuff. So you see how I dodge and it completely deflects the shot back here. If I had an attack one, I'd have to attack in that direction. But because of the dodge, I can dodge in whatever direction and it will reflect it. And that's why the Adidas dash is so powerful. You could be zipping around the battlefield and just reflecting shit by mistake. I reroll that palm because the only boon I have right now is the Divine Dash, and upgrading this is completely fucking useless. I don't want to upgrade this at all. So I tried to reroll it just to get anything else. Like literally anything would have been nice there. So these skull things are annoying. You want to destroy them first, obviously, because they're spawning more enemies. But I'm not trying to go anywhere near any of these enemies. I don't want to get hit at all. I could just stay at range, throw my spear, kill everything at a decent speed. There's no time limit, just take your time with it. Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay, so I already know what I'm going to take, but let's talk about these options. So we have the spin attack, charges up faster. I don't ever use the fucking spin attack. This might make the spin attack more viable, but I don't like it at all. I think standing in place for a couple seconds to charge up attack is bad, especially if you're playing at a higher heat level and enemies are like zipping around with all the different perks and stuff. The spin attack is not that good for the spear. I wouldn't recommend using it. So we have chain skewer here, which is the option I am going to take because my special will now ricochet onto 7 different enemies. This was pretty much what I was looking for. With the spear, I'm pretty much always looking for chain skewer. And now that I have chain skewer, I'm going to look for some kind of Zeus boon maybe, so that I can apply lightning on my specials. And I'll just cast lightning bolts everywhere. Your dash strike hits 3 times, but dash has minus 25% range. Reducing the range on your dash is very bad. It doesn't seem like much, but a 25% decrease is going to be a lot. You will definitely notice how far less you're dashing. And the dash strike hitting 3 times, it may seem alright, but it's not worth it over any of these other options. Serrated point is probably the worst thing here. You'd rather take the spin attack one. We're going to take chain skewer because it's just amazing. It will let me stay as far away as I want from all these enemies while I'm just throwing spears at them. So we have Shadow Essence for a shop. I have 176 gold, so I am going to go to the shop. The general rule which I use is if I cannot buy a boon, if at the very least I cannot buy a boon, I don't go to the shop. We also have the option of Charon, and I might take it actually. You know what? I'm not gonna take him because that's a completely different thing. You don't want to fight Charon unless you really think you've got a solid build going. But yeah, let's talk about the shop for a second. You see how the boon is 150, the health is 125. There will always be some kind of boon and some kind of health upgrade, and they'll always have the same price. So you only want to go to a shop when you have enough money to buy either one of them or both of them. So that means you want at least 275 gold before you consider going to a shop. I went to the shop here because I had enough money to buy a boon and I didn't want 5 extra health from a Shadow Essence. It wouldn't be worth it. A boon room would be better than a Shadow Essence room if you think about it like that. So let's see here. My special deals more damage and flex weak, which is nice to be honest, but I am going to look for a stronger special boon. This is still a common rarity. I want something much stronger. The 80% extra damage is big, and it would increase my DPS a lot, but I'm hoping that maybe I can get something further down the run that'll be good. Life Affirmation, I probably wouldn't get this at all, unless I was really struggling on a high heat run. On a low heat run, it's pointless. Aphrodite's aid is one of the stronger aids in the game, and I will be taking this. I really do like Aphrodite's aid a lot. I think it's very powerful. Aphrodite's aid and Artemis's aid are both very, very strong. So it's a simple boss fight. Just gotta dodge his little lasers. You see how my spears just ricocheting all over the place. I don't even have to aim at the little ones. They're all just gonna die anyway. If I took Aphrodite's boon earlier on in the shop for my special, then this thing probably be dead already. But we're taking our time. I want something stronger late game than just applying a bit of weak. Charm the guy. Just speed this up a bit. Yeah, but we have no damage right now, as you can see. But that's fine, because I don't need to get hit at all here. So let's see what Zeus gives me. Okay. He didn't give me the shit that I wanted, but that's fine. We'll have many more chances later. This is a bit of a tough call because all of these are kind of shit. I'm inclined to take Electric Shot, just because. Lightning Reflex is decent as well, to be honest. I'm just gonna take Electric Shot here because I want to cast anyway. I don't have a cast yet. And it is epic, so it's gonna be very strong. I'm gonna try to reroll this, maybe get something better than just a bit of gold. And health is probably better than gold, to be honest. Yeah, once you break an enemy's armor, they get staggered, so you don't even have to worry about juking them. But if they have armor, you need to make sure you're dodging. Damn, that was fast. The fuck? Got a treasure trove here. I'm not even gonna bother with that. If it was maybe like gold, I would go for it. But yeah, it's kind of useless, to be honest. The only way I would ever go for a treasure trove at this point is if it was gold. If you need gemstones for your story progression, then go for it. There's no reason not to. None of these enemies are gonna be any threat to you. We are gonna go for probably just a palm upgrade, to be honest. I might try re-roll it. Got gold. That's pretty much the same thing as this room. Just no fight. Talk to Sisyphus. So Sisyphus options are pretty decent. Darkness is good if you want to progress your character overall. For the run itself, I always just take the gold. It's 100 gold. The healing's alright if you're dying, but we don't need it at all. So we just take the gold here. He'll give us 100 gold. But yeah, that NPC room is probably the weakest one out of all of the regions. Hopefully we can see the other ones during this run, and I'll commentate more about them later. But if we don't, then I'll mention them real quickly. But yeah, the ricochet is insane. You see how I'm not even worrying about any enemy around me. They're just all getting hit. Okay, so now we have a Trial of Gods. So we either have a Demeter boon on its own, or we have a Trial of Gods. I always take Trial of Gods whenever I can. Whenever there's an option for one, I always take it. It's just two boons that are at strong levels. Because I think it counts as a boss, so it gives you a higher rarity for your boons. And if we're taking between Aphrodite and Athena, Aphrodite's when you piss off Aphrodite, she's really annoying because she fires hearts at you, and they're hard to dodge if you're trying to manage aggro at the same time. All Athena does is just make enemies invulnerable for a bit, so it's not a big deal. We'd rather just take Aphrodite first here. So let's see what she gives us. Okay, so at this point, I will just go for the special here because 117% extra damage is too good to pass up for this stage of the game, and inflicting weak is good anyway. One thing you need to realize is that I do want the Zeus special, but I'm not going to sacrifice every single boon I get from now on just to get that, because it's not guaranteed that I will get it, if that makes sense. Because right now I have Athena boons, I have Aphrodite boons, and Zeus boons, meaning I could get any three of these. But like you saw earlier, I got a Demeter boon on the side as well. Zeus boons are not guaranteed for me at all. There's no point in trying to tunnel vision for a specific build. Many builds in this game will work completely fine. So yeah, look, Athena's making them more invulnerable, which is fine, doesn't matter, they can't get anywhere near me anyway. Oh, well, never mind. While I was trying to shit, I got hit. But yeah, my reflexes are kind of slow right now because I'm cold. My hands are like fucking freezing, so I'm not dodging as fast as I should be. But I'll start pick up the pace while I'm playing. Alright, let's see what Athena's got for me. Okay. We could take the attack here. It would be a good option, but being able to make enemies exposed is also very good. I think I will take Blinding Flash here because I want to activate. Let me see if I can show you. So we have Privileged Status, which gives me 40% extra damage if I have 2 curses on an enemy at the same time. Exposed is a curse, and weak is a curse. So all I have to do is deflect something back at an enemy, and then throw a special at them, and then I'm doing 40% extra damage to them. And like I said, we're not even gonna be attacking anyway. We're just gonna be spamming my special the entire fight. So there's no point in taking the attack boon. Healing is good here. If you're at a stage where you've taken a lot of damage, then you should definitely spend the 23 gold to heal here. The Infernal Trove, I don't really think it's necessary because it could be 50. It's 50 gold, but you could just get gemstones or shadow essence. It's not gonna help the run itself. Anything else is all encounter specific. I don't even bother trying to get any of those. What you're mainly looking for is health, and I think you can also get one that increases the rarity for your next boon, which is what you want. So yeah, we're chilling. Gotta let my spear just ricochet everywhere. But you notice how the spear, it kind of backstabs on the way back. And that can be especially strong if I can reflect stuff back at enemies to make them exposed. That'll just increase the damage of my spear even more. We got a shot. So we got Ares boon here. We didn't even get a Zeus boon like I was saying earlier. These are all horrible. Like honestly, Doom is a good ability if it's at a high rarity. A 50 damage Doom isn't a lot at all, to be honest. I don't think it's worth it. Battle Rage can be alright with specific builds. If you're using the gauntlets and you want to do an uppercut after you kill an enemy, it will get a shit ton more damage, but this is pretty much useless for me. Yeah, it is. I'd rather just go for the 10% damage across the board. It was just kind of unlucky that I didn't get anything higher rarity. But yeah, alright. First boss fight. The Furies are normally the easiest fight in the entire run. If you're careless, they will do a lot of damage to you. So play safe, play smart. If you're range build, stay away from these bitches. You don't have to go anywhere near them. I'm here with a little cast as well, just to add more damage. Yeah, I don't really know Electo's mechanics that well. I don't know what... Like, she charges up her range if you don't attack her. But it's kind of weird, like... Ideally, I need a Chaos Boon that gives me special damage. Because my special damage is very lackluster right now. Easy fight. Got hit a couple times, but it's not a big deal. They don't do a lot of damage at this level. Here's the next room. Electo is probably the hardest sister out of all of them. I'll say Tisiphone's the easiest. Alright, here. So we had the Cosmic Egg, and I didn't even get a Chaos Gate. So I'm gonna keep it on for now, because I could get a Chaos Gate. That is so unfortunate though, that's very unlucky. You probably would have gotten a Chaos Gate at this point in the run. So yeah, we're gonna continue because I do want a Chaos Gate. Ideally, I want a special boon that increases my special damage. And if it's at a good rarity, it'll double my special damage. And it'll instantly make this build Hades killable. Hades killable? If I get the boon for Chaos that gives me extra special damage, then I'll instantly be able to kill Hades with this build. Like, just right now as I am. Right now, it'll take me years to kill him. So yeah, just chilling, just reflecting on all of these enemies. Don't have to go anywhere near them. And the little shield they have doesn't even do anything because it just disappears on the very first hit anyway, so... At this point, some kind of Aphrodite build might be very strong. So I want to try to go for as many Aphrodite boons as I can get. I'm looking around for any gold urns or any treasure troves or anything. Alright, so we have choice between Hermes or health. I like Hermes a lot. Hermes can give you a lot of auxiliary boons, like extra dashes or extra movement speed or dodge chance. And you normally get him in Asphodel and Elysium sometimes, I think. I always go for him once in every run, just to see what he gives me. Because the extra dashes are always useful. With my reflect dash, having more than one dash would be amazing. So we need to go for Hermes here. And we have a lot of health anyway. Generally, you want to aim for about 200 HP. And then that's a pretty good like amount for the rest of the run, to be honest. And we're already at 190. And we're only going to go up as the run carries on, so... Man, these guys are really spread out. What the fuck, where are they? But yeah, we don't have to go anywhere near any enemies. Getting hit is completely pointless. We don't have to get hit. I'm gonna try reflecting this stuff just to get them out of the way. You can reflect basically any projectile. All these waves, you can reflect them. Easy. Let's see what Hermes gives us. Keep muting Hermes, just keep quiet. Alright, let's see what it gives me. Okay, so this is good. This is probably like the best screen I've ever seen for Hermes. I got dashes here and 40% move speed. Between these two, I'll always take the dashes. Having more dashes is never a bad thing. It's basically just more movement. The 40% move speed can be nice actually, to be honest. But the dashes are too good, especially with a good dash boon, like Athena's dash or maybe Zeus's dash or Poseidon's dash. These can be very powerful. You pretty much always want to take the dashes, to be honest. Like, I don't think there's a single situation where you don't want to take the dashes. So you see how I'm just, this whole time, I'm deflecting. There's a boss fight here. I wish I could re-roll this. I would if I could. So we're just gonna have to fucking do it. A boss fight for a key isn't really worth it. It's kind of fucking pointless, to be honest, but... Yeah. So let's see which boss it is. Okay. I was expecting like the Barge of Death or something. Or like the Medusa. Or like all of the casters. Yeah, we definitely need a boon on my main attack. Like any boon would be good at this point. Like maybe like Demeter's Chill or maybe Poseidon's Knockaways. Anything like that would be good now. Oh wait, see what I mean? My reflexes are just so slow right now. I saw that shit coming at me, I just stood there. I could have reflected it, I could have done many things. So getting hit right now is a fucking myth because I can dodge through everything. Let me show you how just spin attack does. 110, that is not worth it at all. Standing stationary just to do a spin attack is not worth it. Okay, see these are nice boons. We got an Infernal Trove here. 150 HP. If I had about, let's say, 100 HP, I would go for that. But whenever you're trying to take any of these HP troves, or whenever you're trying to take a trove in general, always consider how strong your build is and how long it will take you to kill these enemies. Let's say I have 100 HP, and I do this, and it's going to give me 150 HP, right? Let's say I take 100 seconds to do the fight, because I don't have a lot of damage. And then I'm left with 50 HP when I get restored. But you need to also count for the fact that you could take damage during the actual fight itself. And that will decide whether or not it's worth it. Because you could take more damage than you end up healing. if you get unlucky. But that's definitely possible. You just need to consider how much damage you actually have. I could do that Trove and take no damage and clear it really fast with this build I have right now, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. I need 6 HP. Why would I even bother? The Barge of Death can be annoying if you don't have a lot of damage. Always want to kill these blue crystals first because they shield the enemies. Reflect the bombs back at him. Didn't fucking reflect that one at the end. Clean. Got hit a little bit, but that's alright. See what Zeus gives me here. Okay, so we might just take Lightning Strike, I guess. Why not? Storm Lightning would be really nice, but I probably need Lightning Strike first before I bother taking Storm Lightning. We'll take it. We'll take the key here. I don't want to re-roll it and then end up with absolute garbage. We'll take the key just so I get another re-roll that I can use later. I took Zeus there because there's a possibility that I get something that allows me to jolt enemies, and then that'll allow me to trigger status privilege without having to reflect. Because it's not guaranteed that I'm going to be able to reflect something. Because not every enemy shoots projectiles, right? So, okay, see, that's nice. We got another NPC room for Asphodel. Good. Just look around very quickly, see any gold urns or any infernal troves. Alright. Asphodel's NPC is probably the best one out of all of them. If you ever get it and there isn't like a trial of gods on the other side, you probably want to take this like every time. Because the options are just really strong in general. We'll talk about them in more detail now.
Hey, I know this one. Hey, you're singing it.
Do a little bit of lore shit real quick. Alright, so let's see. We've got Ambrosia Delight, which upgrades 2 random boosts at next rarity. We've got Pom Porridge, which gives you 4 Poms basically, and Refreshing Nectar. The next 3 boons you have upgraded rarity. Okay. Before we pick, we want to see what kind of boons we have available to us right now. Would I benefit from upgrading the rarity of any of these boons? I don't think so, because I could upgrade Blinding Flash and that would be completely useless. I could upgrade Urge to Kill, which would actually help me, to be honest, but I could upgrade many things here that I don't really want to upgrade, if that makes sense. So we're going to take Refreshing Nectar, just so that the next boons I have can be potentially stronger. The Pom Porridge can be really good as well, if you already have a shit ton of boons that you like. For example, if I had Zeus's Chain Lightning boon on my special, then I would definitely take the Pom Porridge just to upgrade a bit. This is an unfortunate situation because I really want this Zeus boon, but I don't have the money for it, so we'll just take the health.
Keep me going.
We have more than enough health now for the rest of the run, so anytime I get offered health now, unless there's something garbage on the other side, I'm not gonna take the health.
And now, prepare to die.
But yeah, this build is very weak so far, but it will get stronger as we go on. I just need to get something that lets me jolt enemies with Zeus. The Hydrify is very easy, to be honest. You'll get hit a bit, like you will get hit a bit, but it's not a lot of damage. You just want to be careful of those little headbutts. That's probably the main thing that will like clean your HP up real quick. Random enemies coming out of those little eggs.
You and me, severed Hydra head.
Yeah, it's like 13 damage if you get hit by one of those. Kind of annoying, but not a big deal at all. Not much to talk about for this fight. It's pretty simple. You just want to try to kill all the different heads one by one. Finish off with Aphrodite core. Bang. You see how much damage that core did? It's gonna be good for the entire run. Every single boss fight we'll be able to use that and do a shit ton of damage to each boss. Wait, we didn't take too much damage, so we're gonna get full healed here. Still haven't gotten a Chaos Gate, which is very unfortunate, to be honest. That's actually very unlucky, you know. We'll take Aphrodite's little rose here, just because. Why not? I want to see how many boons I can actually get to make a decent run. But if I was playing properly, I would probably take the Palm Blossom here. The Palm Blossom would be really nice. Just start upgrading your boons slowly. Because at this point, you should have a build that you're pretty happy with. But there's nothing here that I really want to upgrade. I think these are all garbage. Like, this has been an unlucky run so far. Alright, Elysium. I generally consider Elysium to be as I switch runes, we get a fucking Chaos Gate. Okay. We will take it anyway because I need a Chaos Gate here. That timing was kind of unfortunate though. This is very late to get a Chaos Boon. Very, very late. I would normally have one before the first boss. So let's see what we've got. These are all garbage. Like genuinely, these are all just dog shit. I'm not using any cost, so these two are immediately out of the equation. If anything, I'm just gonna go for the health here. But I wanted something that increased my damage. Okay, we take the nectar here, which is nice because we get a free palm upgrade with it. This room could be very bad if you don't have a spear like mine. You're gonna have to just try to juke them, try to dodge through them so you don't get hit. You can't reflect the little fly, it's just kind of dumb. I wish you could, that would be fucking funny if you could. It's unfortunate that we didn't get any upgrades, but holy shit, you see how slow my movement speed is, right? That was 50%. It seems like I can trigger the expose just by dashing into enemies. I didn't actually know that, but if that's actually the case, then that's very powerful, you know. Aphrodite, a Daedalus Hammer. I'm just gonna take the Daedalus Hammer. Maybe I'll get an upgrade that increases my damage much more. Be careful of the traps in Elysium. They'll do a lot of damage to you very quickly. You just gotta pay attention. Yeah, you can just apply the expose just by dashing straight into them. I didn't actually know that. Shield guys, very annoying. They're probably the most annoying out of all of these Elysian warriors. Moving in fucking slow-mo though. Probably want to kill the archers first there. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Got another spin attack upgrade. Got another spin attack upgrade here, and then a triple jab. Probably just take the triple jab. It will synergize well with my Zeus boon. If you took quick spin earlier, you would probably take flaring spin here, just because they will synergize with each other. But triple jab here because it works well with my attack boon. It will let me trigger the chain lightning even more. And I just don't like using spin attack at all, so I'll never take it anyway. So yeah, look at that. What the fuck? That's kind of insane. That's kind of fucked up, you know? What the fuck? This could be a very powerful attack build if you spec'd into it. Because this is insane. You can attack like a whole portion of this arena. Alright, yeah, so like I said, we're not going to go to the shop because we don't have money for anything. Going to the shop would be a complete waste of a potential item or whatever. And we don't get to fight any enemies. Take the health, that's fine. I'd rather take health than coins, to be honest. I don't really want coins anymore. Yeah, this could be like a disgusting Zeus build if I start getting more Zeus boons. Look at that, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? It's very interesting. So you still have the speed debuff. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm getting actually hit a lot here. I need to play more safe. I'm getting hit too much here. I need to start playing safer. Alright, nice. We've got an Aphrodite boon coming up. Aphrodite's legendary boon is very powerful. It lets you charm enemies. But we're probably not going to be able to get that during this run. The Minotaur can be annoying. I mean, he is annoying to be honest, but like he's a very long fight. If you're running low on time, you don't want to take boss rooms in Elysium just because you can get him, and then you'll be fighting him for a while. I shouldn't be getting hit. I need to play safer. Yeah, like I said, this build has been very weak so far. Oh, I'm just getting smacked up. Okay, let me play safer. As I say that, do I play safer? Nope. Next phase. Oh. I'm like, oh, it's shockwaves. Yeah, I haven't fought this guy in a while. He's just smacking the shit out of me. Holy fuck. But that's good. It'll show how to recover from a failed fight. So Aphrodite ends the fight. That's fine. Now we are low HP. We are in a very dangerous predicament. So let's see if we can get out of it. Let's see what choices I have to make to survive. Okay then, let's see what we got here. So resisting damage from nearby foes is decent for a melee build, but I don't want to be nearby any enemies, so I'm not going to take this. Your weak effects are more potent. That's alright. If Empty Inside wasn't another option here, I would probably take Broken Resolve. If we were to rank these, Empty Inside would be the best, Broken Resolve would be second, and Different League would be third. For this build specifically. But if you're rocking an Aphrodite build, you always want Empty Inside anyway. 10 seconds on weakness is insane. I don't know how long default weakness lasts for. 4 seconds, okay. So you get 10 extra seconds. That's 14 seconds of weakness now. Insane. Got a Zeus boon coming up as well, which is also nice. Maybe we can get a nice little combination here. Oh, and we got Thanatos. Okay. Interesting. So Thanatos is... At low heat, Thanatos is a blessing because it's pretty much just free HP. Like literally, it's just free HP. I don't think like you're gonna lose to Thanatos unless your build is very weak. Like all you gotta do is just kill the enemies that he's trying to kill before he can actually execute them. But like as long as we... Oh, what the fuck? That thing heal? You don't want to let him execute like all of these little balls here, because he'll quickly get higher numbers than you. But yeah, we're pretty much safe now. I think I've already won. I'm gonna keep fighting just because I don't think I'll get hit here. Clean. When the heat levels get higher, Thanatos can be a bad thing instead. Okay, this is nice. So now we can make enemies jolted. After you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning. This is alright if you have basically all these other options. But I would rather choose Storm Lightning or Static Discharge before I choose Heaven's Vengeance. We're going to take Static Discharge here so that I can make enemies jolted. So yeah, Thanatos gives me free HP, which is nice. It's like I've got a free room. Alright, nice. We got the second NPC. Or the third NPC, I mean. So, You won't get these NPCs every run. You'll have some runs where you just don't see them for a while. Like, that's just how it is. So let's see what he's got. So he can replenish all your Death's Defiances. If you use up all your Death's Defiances, this is the best option available to you. He can heal you and he can give you extra attack damage. If you have all of your Death's Defiances, then you can take the extra damage. If you need healing, take the health. But if you used up even one of your lives, then take the first option. Because this is part of the game where we don't want to die. If you died early, it's fine. But now we don't want to die. We want to have all our lives for Hades. So once you take this, you need to make sure you're playing very good. If you die, it's going to be very bad because you want all your lives for Hades. We're not going to take the boss fight because it could be a couple of things that could be bad. And a key isn't worth it because I don't need keys. It's going to take the essence, just more HP. We're getting a lot of HP this round. Like, what the fuck? We have 300 already. So yeah, now we're pretty much always going to have my status privilege activated, which is nice. I don't need to dash into enemies now. Gonna take out the archer real quick, just because he's gonna fucking start doing a lot of damage to me if I don't. This one died to the little trap, get him. Nice. You don't need to kill the bulls straight away. They don't like instantly become new guys. You can like leave them around the field for a little bit. Yeah, man, this attack upgrade is very powerful, man. Especially if you get good boons on it. Holy fuck. This could be like an attack build instead. You see what I mean? Like, I wanted a special build, and I thought I'd have a special build, but it seems like my attack is actually stronger than my special now. It's just all about adapting to what the game gives you. If I tunnel vision and I was like, this is a special attack build, so I'm only going to use my specials for the rest of the game, I would be in a predicament right now, because my special is not that strong. So we've got Hermes or a shop. I already have the extra dashes from Hermes. Otherwise, if I did it, I would go for Hermes here again. But I have good amount of money. I do want a free boon from the shop, so we're going to go get a boon instead. But if I didn't have the dashes, I would probably go Hermes. So yeah, we got a Zeus here, which is nice. Alright, let's see. These are all shit, but I'm going to take Storm Lightning just to make Chain Lightning a bit more. It'll synergize well with my attack. Those are all garbage though, like... Those are all garbage. You don't really want revenge abilities because they only activate when you get hit, and you don't want to get hit. The only time revenge abilities are good is if you have Ares and Zeus together, because that lets your revenge abilities activate just on their own, which is really nice actually. So these two are annoying. These guys are basically like a DPS check. If you can beat these guys, you can probably beat Hades. So just try to work on the Minotaur first because he's the only melee. I want to try to reflect the Theseus' arrows back at him, so I'll try to focus on that a bit. I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, this Minotaur is just attacking wildly. So yeah, reflect the arrow back. Reflect that as well. You can hear when the arrow is about to fly at you, or when he's about to throw a spear at you. Yeah, just absolutely destroyed the Minotaur though. It doesn't matter if I get hit at this point, like, this fight is pretty much over. He's not gonna do enough damage to me to where I'll die. He's gonna use his ultimate. I'm gonna use mine, just to get damage in real quick. You see how much damage I did? Like, honestly, like, you see how much fucking damage I did? And now we kill him. Easy. So like I said, the attack is way better than my special now. I'm not even going to be throwing spears unless I want to apply a weak. And that'll just be every 14 seconds now. So we've got full health. We have a choice between a new keepsake now. Okay, so this is important here. Let's talk about this. So we are about to enter the Satan's Temple. I have all of my Death's Defiances. If you've used up one or two and you're not comfortable that you can beat Hades without dying, take the Lucky Tooth. It'll give you a free life for 100 HP. It's definitely worth it. I used to take this a lot. Like, as you can see, it's fully ranked up. I used to take this a lot on my early runs. But now I'm probably going to take something like the Palm Blossom just to get a bit of upgrades for my boons, because I think they're pretty strong now. Everything else is pretty fucking useless. There is a shop coming up, so 150 gold might be useful, but I wouldn't take this. You're gonna make a lot of gold during the Sata run anyway, so we will just take the Palm Blossom here. It's just better. Like, why not just get a free couple upgrades? Because my boons are looking pretty strong now, to be honest. Getting upgrades on them would be really nice. See what the little well has. So yeah, if I had 10 gold, I would definitely buy the yarn of Ariadan. I don't know how to say that fucking shit. So 70 gold, free. Why not? This is the part of the game where you just want to spend all your gold because you don't need gold anymore. There's gonna be a massive Charon shop coming up. Keep an eye on this area. There will be gold earns here. There might not be, to be honest. It's just luck. You see how I already got 30 gold just from that? We're like, what the fuck? Alright, let's see what boons we have. So, Ares and Athena. I'll probably try to amass as much gold as I can to get both of them. If I can't get them, then I'll get the Poms. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. If I had a reroll, I would reroll this Hermes boon because I don't want Hermes anymore. Ares is fine, but I don't really need it, to be honest. I'm gonna do Ares first anyway, just to see what he gives me. I can kill pretty much anything in these rooms. Like, nothing in these rooms is gonna be that hard for me. Not a lot of damage though. Not a lot of damage though, honestly. But yeah, during these rooms, you want to keep an eye out for all the gold urns that you can get. And these rooms are very small. If you have an AoE build, you'll be able to clear these rooms in seconds. I'm going to rotate between attacking the two snake heads so that I don't take any damage from them. Easy. With a melee build, this room is actually pretty easy as well. Like, these rooms are just much easier than Elysium and Asphodel, to be honest. It's just the final rooms which can get really bad. Like, some of the boss fights can get really bad. Like, this guy's probably the worst boss. Because of the fucking poison. Annoying motherfucker, like, honestly. But yeah, after his armor's gone, he dies, like, really quickly, so... What I was trying to do, I was trying to time his little darts so that I can reflect them all back at him. Okay. None of these are really that good. I would take Blood Frenzy here, but I haven't taken Curse of Vengeance yet, so I want it for the Prophecy. But if I were you, I would take Blood Frenzy here, because you probably will die at Hades, and that'll just give you 20% extra damage, so why not? If you have a melee build, Battle Rage might be nice. Like I said with the Gauntlets earlier, you kill an enemy, you do like an uppercut and explode the fucking next, because 200% damage is a lot actually. That's triple the damage, so this would be much better than the one I got earlier. The one I got earlier was a lower rarity, so it wasn't worth it at all, but this would be worth it. But like I said, you would take Blood Frenzy here. I'm gonna take Curse of Vengeance though. Just for the Prophecy. Yeah, see you later, it's fulfilled now. Alright, let's see what Athena's got for me. I don't like any of these, but I'll take the Phalanx shot, right? Why not? Like, it's heroic, it looks nice. None of those mattered at all. They're not going to affect the outcome of this run. We'll go Hermes next, just because let's just see what he has. Ah, did that hit me? Yeah, for my last few runs, I've been getting really unlucky with the boons. I haven't gotten a legendary boon in a while, like, honestly. I'm having like a huge mix of just various different boons. Like, I've had, what, Ares, Athena, Aphrodite, Zeus this run, and I got offered Demeter earlier as well. Like, what the fuck? Ideally, you just want boons from 2 of the gods. That would be the best case scenario, but that's not gonna happen. Like, if that happens, you're just very lucky. Simple as that. You can't count on that. Yeah, so you see how my urge to kill leveled up there. The Palm Blossom is very strong in these last rooms because they all count as like one encounter, so... But yeah, I'm doing no fucking damage to this thing. It's gonna take a while for me to kill it. I'm taking a shit ton of damage, man. Holy fuck. Jesus. There you go. I took a lot of damage there. Let's see what we have. So, after using the core, you gain dodge. I never take this. I think this is dog shit, to be honest. Just for 10 seconds after using the aid, that's so shit. Yeah, that's shit. Don't take that. Don't ever take that. Your god gauge charges up automatically. That's shit as well, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty shit as well. Yeah, yeah. Just take greater haste. Just so much better. What the 30% movement speed is huge. Like you saw earlier, how bad minus 40% movement speed was. 30% movement speed would be the opposite. I just fast as fuck now. Look at this shit. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Next we go for the health. Hopefully this is the last room. The non-boss rooms can get worse than a boss room, to be honest. If you get like unlucky with the amount of ads that spawn. That's why I did the boss fights first. Because it's easier just to kill one strong enemy than a shit ton of enemies that all have armor, you know? Clean fight. Let's check this out. So I can get a bit of healing here. You know, why not? It's a lot of healing, so I'll take that. It was a lot of healing. Got poisoned. We're gonna heal up real quick. The little rats are not a threat at all. It's probably the big rats and their little poison pools that are gonna be annoying. But yeah, the damage for this build is not that strong, honestly. I don't have a lot of damage. Because I didn't get any good chaos boons at all. Make sure you always destroy these urns here because there's normally like a gold one hidden inside of the urns. But yeah, we have full HP. We're basically ready to kill Hades. We're gonna just buy this palm here. Let's see. These are all dog shit. Should probably take Class Advantage, why not? But they're all dog shit. Let's see what we've got left. So we've got palm upgrade left and then coins. Both of those are pointless. They're not gonna affect the outcome of the Hades fight at all. There's no point in wasting your time, especially if we've got a time limit. I have so much health. I have all of my lives. The only way I die to Hades here is if I literally just misplay hard. I'll try to talk about the Hades fight while I'm fighting him, but I did make a guide specifically for Hades. So if you want help on how to fight Hades, then just watch that. It'll tell you basically everything you need to know about all his moveset and stuff. But I will go over the general stuff that you should be looking out for during this fight. So because I have deflect, I'm going to be trying to deflect his little projectiles as much as I can. Just so I don't have to like waste movement. Fucked off already. Doesn't do anything, but it gives you a bit of a damage on top, you know. If you deflect them, they shouldn't like hit the floor like that. It's kind of dumb, to be honest. So far, it's a pretty easy fight. He hasn't done anything special. He hasn't even tried doing a spin attack yet. He's gonna summon ads. See what we got. Okay, we got a little carriage. The carriage is the most annoying one out of all of them, to be honest. I hate him. I was dodging that. I don't know why I didn't get the dodge. That's fine though. Do you see how easily you can take damage during this fight, like if you're not paying attention? I've already taken 168 damage. Or 160 damage. That was 88 right there. Generally, if you get hit by a boiling blood, you might as well just stay far back from him. You don't need to go close to him. Because it does do a lot of damage to where you don't really want to get hit, to be honest. Dash through him whenever he does a spin attack so you don't get hit by it. If you dash away, you'll get hit by it because he'll lunge in your direction. Another fucking little carriage thingy. See that? He like lunged forward, caught me off guard. I hate these things so much, man. They're worse than Hades. Wait for that. There you go. So we'll probably will lose our first life here, but that's fine. Not a big deal at all. He's almost dead anyway. His first phase anyway. Get ready for that little fucking wave there. Alright, first phase done. Got a good amount of health left. Should be able to kill him. Gonna do a little spinny attack. Look at that wave coming in. Damn, that keeps hitting me. I think I did Aphrodite too early. Nah, that's alright to be honest, yeah. You generally want to do Aphrodite after you stun him for the first time, because then you get full damage on it. Play a bit safer. Don't want to die. Use the little rocks to cover yourself. He's gonna summon urns, which is fine. Oh, I thought I was gonna kill it, so I didn't dodge. The fuck? Gonna do another fire. Another one. Damn. You see how the dodge come in clutch there? And he's dead. Easy. I got hit much more than I should have. It's all fun and games. I don't need to try hard there. I still have another life at the end. So let's look at how the run actually went in general. So let's see what we got. Okay, let's look at core boons first. Lightning Strike was great here, especially in combination with my triple jab. It worked out really, really well. These two actually work really well together. I'm going to keep that in mind for future runs. Zeus and the spear just go really well together in general, to be honest. Whenever you're using spear, just always look for Zeus, I'd say. But yeah, so we had the special damage, 100% increase. That's a good increase, to be honest. It could have been epic, but I can't complain. I'm asking for perfect RNG at that point. But what did sheg me this run was my Chaos Boon. You normally end up with 2 at the end of a run. I only got 1. And where is it? It's this one. Slothful Soul. Extra HP is not good at all if you don't have damage. If that makes sense. Because think about it like this. It doesn't matter if I have 73 HP if it takes me double the time to kill an enemy. Because by that time, they will have done double the damage to me. The Hades fight lasted way longer than it should have. I did not have a lot of damage there. That's the only reason I got hit as much as I did, and that's the only reason I lost as many lives as I did. If I had double the damage I had now, which I could have had if I got lucky with my Chaos Boons, then that fight would have been over much, much faster. The Chaos Boons are pretty much the only thing which I would say are necessary for a good run. You need to have the appropriate Chaos Boons. If it's attack damage, special damage, or cast damage, it doesn't matter. But you need to have at least one of them. Because then you can base your build around them. If this was a special boon, I wouldn't have even bothered to take any attack boons because the special would have been enough to clear the whole run on its own, just because of Chain Skewer. The Hermes dashes came in clutch in combination with Divine Dash is amazing, always. Athena's dash is probably the best dash in the game because it lets you deflect while you're running away from enemies, which is really nice. But it's not necessary for a good run. That deflect dash didn't really help me a lot there. Whenever I consider what's a good build, I always think about how easily I can kill Hades with it. Because Hades is the hardest challenge in the run, by far. If you can't kill Hades with whatever build you have, then the build is not good. It doesn't matter how easily you clean up ads. You could kill ads in 2 seconds. If you don't do any damage to Hades, then the build is shit. Let's think about how this build could have been better. So let's look at all of my Aphrodite boons that I got this run. Just these 3? Really? Holy shit, I didn't get anything else? That's actually fucking garbage. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Look at this. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I knew my RNG was bad this run, but fucking hell. These were the 3 Aphrodite boons that I got this run. There are so many other Aphrodite boons that I could have gotten. Like so many other ones that would have been so much better. Yeah, because getting a legendary Aphrodite boon is amazing. I'd say Aphrodite's legendary boon is the best in the game, just because it charms enemies randomly. I think you can charm Hades with that as well. Like, it makes it that much fucking more dumb. But yeah, like Aphrodite wise, I did not have a good build. Let's think about Athena. Athena had decent stuff. The combination of Divine Dash and Blinding Flash, you can just dash into an enemy, and that counts as deflecting, I guess. I didn't know that, and I'll keep that in mind for any melee builds that I go for in the future, because this could be very good for a sword build or a gauntlet build. What you gotta do is dash at an enemy, which you're gonna do anyway, and you leave them exposed, so you're gonna do so you're gonna do even more backstab damage. But you see, you're understanding like how many different combinations you actually have access to in this game. It's actually insane. Like genuinely, you have so much shit you can build in this game. And finally, let's consider the Zeus boons that I had this run. So Zeus's boons, these two work really well together. Storm Lightning is shit because the rarity is too low. Plus 2 bounces is nothing. It will only add like what, 26 extra damage. Like what the fuck? Being able to jolt enemies was nice. Lightning Strike combined with Triple Jab is really good as well. That this was a good combo. This is probably what got me through the run. If I didn't get these boons here, I wouldn't have been able to do the run. But overall, the build was not strong at all. I've had much, much, much stronger builds. This build is weak, if anything, and I still killed Hades. I wouldn't say that's because I mechanically played well either, because I took a lot of damage there. I had 86 HP left and 1 life. I took way more damage than I needed to take. This was like a typical run that you'd get, but this is one of the worst runs that I've gotten. This was the 8 heat run, and I struggled a bit at the end there. So yeah, the next video will be on a 16 heat run, just to show how that run will look, because it will look vastly different than this run. This run I was just cruising through the whole thing, just relaxing and enjoying myself. A 16 heat run will look much different. And a 32 heat run, don't even get me started on that shit. I haven't even been able to beat one yet. We'll get to that when I beat the 16 heat run for you guys. And then I'll start trialing out 32 heat run builds. If you want me to do another like tutorial-esque video on how I'm making these decisions on these lower heat runs, let me know. I don't mind doing another 8 heat run and making another video on another weapon. Like if you want that, let me know. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And yeah, thank you for watching. Stay blessed.